What's up, y'all? It's your girl Jay Renee with Prison Ride Radio. I hope that you're doing well. This afternoon, we have a brother on the phone by the name of Travion White. He wants to talk to us about his wrongful conviction. So we're going to jump right in there and get the specifics. What's up, bro? How you doing?
Doing good. Just holding in there, keeping my head up like a nosebleed.
Okay, definitely got to keep your head up. So we're going to give you an opportunity to talk about your wrongful conviction and get some clarity out there so everybody can know what you have to say from your perspective. So we're going to jump right into it. Tell the people a little bit about yourself and where you from.
My name's Travion. I'm from South Phoenix, Arizona. Born and raised. A lot of my family from the South, you know what I'm saying? But I'm born and raised out here. Grew up, you know what I'm saying, two-parent home, stuff like that, whatever the case is. But just a few things, you know what I'm saying, got me in the wrong situations at the wrong time type stuff. But, you know what I'm saying, everybody makes mistakes, whatever, but that doesn't make them a bad person, so yeah.
Okay, so let's talk more about that. What were you charged and convicted of?
What'd you say?
What were you charged and convicted of?
Oh, well, I haven't been convicted yet. I'm still fighting my case, but
Okay.
they have me charged right now with first-degree attempted murder, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, armed robbery, discharge of firearm within the city limits, discharge of firearm at an occupied structure.
This call is originating from the Maricopa County 4th Avenue jail.
Prohibited possessor, and a slew of other misdemeanor charges. But
Okay.
that's the.
So how long have you been waiting to go to trial?
3 years.
Okay. And you're in the county?
Yes, ma'am. In the county jail, Maricopa County.
Okay, Copa County. All right, so tell us about that day, what led up to everything that's going on with you.
All right, so basically, background information on the case. Allegedly, well, not allegedly, some dude ended up getting shot or whatever the case was. He got shot, and people around the apartment complex did the situation happen, automatically looked for somebody to take ownership, or not take ownership, but blame for the situation. And my name got thrown in the mix or whatever. And the police already knowing who I am from past, you know what I'm saying, police situations, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, single day investigation on me instead of investigating the crime fully. Whatever the case was. So I end up getting blamed. Boom. After I'm blamed, the police get tunnel vision instead of, like I said, investigating other people. Get tunnel vision. They arrest me.
Mm-hmm. You was going out there. We heard you say that they arrest you, and then it went quiet for a second.
What'd you say?
We heard that they arrested you, and then it went quiet for a second. We couldn't hear you.
Oh yeah, so they arrested me or whatever, and right after I get arrested, I'm placed in county or whatever. They give me a cash only bail, which is basically hard to get, make, because cash only means you have to give them all cash. You can't give them all right, so to sidetrack real quick, you have a secured appearance, an unsecured appearance, and then you got cash only bail. A secured appearance and unsecured appearance basically get to put up 10% and then collateral. Mm-hmm. A cash only bail means you have to put up all the cash. You can't give them a house and whatever and collateral and stuff like that to bail out. So they gave me a cash only bail of $100,000, which is basically if it were $1 million bail, secured type stuff. You know what I'm saying? And basically ensuring that I'm not able to fight my case from the confines of my home. You know what I'm saying?
So what you're saying is they say for you to not be in prison or not be in county right now, you have to pay them $100,000 cash?
$100,000 cash, yeah.
Okay.
All cash. And all blue faces, basically. And so they do that, boom, keep me in county, so I'm all right. And then after that, so I get my discovery, which is like all the information that they use to the prosecutor has to release to you, to, you know what I'm saying, to your lawyer and stuff. I get that. I'm reading through like witness statements. No witnesses that said they were at the crime when it happened. All of them said they think it was me. They're like, oh, well, we think Travion did it. We think Trey did it. We think Trey did it. Woo, woo. And it's like all gossip or whatever the case is. So, boom, we get past that. So I send my investigator to talk to one of the witnesses. He says he only told the police that he thought it was me was because he was mad at me. And that he made that up about me shooting dude because he was mad at me.
He said that to you? Or that was in your discovery?
No, he said that the investigator. I said,
okay.
Because when you put your legal team together, you hire your own investigator to question witnesses and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
So my investigator questions the witness, and he said that he only said that I shot dude because he was mad at me, whatever. He said he made that up.
How old were y'all when this happened?
Well, I was like 28 at the time.
You have 1 minute remaining.
Oh, well, the phone's about to hang up, Jay. So, yeah, so after we get that, or whatever the case is, so after dude make that statement, we like, all right, we put in a motion to modify my release conditions, or whatever the case is, because basically, like, their case don't make no sense. So, instead of that happening, the judge denies the motion, or whatever the case was, basically saying that they're not gonna, you know what I'm saying, change my bond level, or just the designation on my bond, changing it from a cash only to a secure bond. So I'm talking to my family. We find a bail bondsman that's gonna allow us to put up the house, even though it's a cash only bond, and put up some money so I could bond out. So when we do that, the prosecutor, they listen to every phone call we make or whatever.
This call is originating from the Maricopa County 4th Avenue jail.
I'm thinking this is what I'm thinking. The prosecutor been listening to my phone calls because I know they do, and heard that I was going to bond out or possibly get bonded out. They paged to me, and when they do that, they change my bond from $100,000 to $350,000, basically putting it out of my reach.
Okay.
But they also make it a secured appearance bond. So now I have to put up $35,000 and then $350,000 in collateral, like either houses and cars and stuff like that. But my family ain't rich like that. We don't got $350,000 in assets to you know what I'm saying, levy against, you know what I'm saying, my name to bond out. So I'm knowing the prosecutor basically playing the dirty game, basically holding freedom over my head or whatever. So I'm like, all right, whatever. I just roll with the punches. So it's back to the drawing board or whatever the case is. And so I'm talking to my lawyer, and I'm like, why haven't they gotten a phone location for my phone or whatever the case is? Because it's going to show I was in a different location.
Okay.
And usually, like, everybody up in here that has a case similar to mine, or a case where, like, location is key, because, you know, like, everything we do is tracked by our cell phones, or whatever the case is. They track it off cell phone towers. That's how phone companies market our information to, like, Burger King. That's why, like, when you're on your phone and a Burger King ad pops up on your phone, it's because you're near Burger King type stuff. Your location is tracked no matter where you are. So I'm wondering why they haven't, you know what I'm saying, got my phone location, whatever. So my lawyer's like, yeah, that's weird. So we put in a motion. T-Mobile doesn't release the information, so it's weird because when the prosecutor asks for that type of information, they automatically disclose that stuff. So, but since we're asking for it for my defense, it's like T-Mobile is not trying to release that information, or so T-Mobile doesn't want to release the information. Or
this call is originating from the Maricopa County 4th Avenue jail.
Well, I should say hasn't released information, so we had to go to court again and basically tell the judge to have the prosecutor request information, because it seems like, and my lawyer basically told the judge, like, basically the prosecutor, when the state asks for that type of information, the phone companies and stuff like that are more adept to just, you know what I'm saying, like, release that type of information, whatever the case is. And the judge is like, well, look, this is what we're going to do. Just put in another motion. So my lawyer had to file another motion. And mind you, I've been sitting here 3 years now fighting this case, whatever the case is, proclaiming my innocence this whole time. And it's weird, like I'm reading case law and not to say, and Arizona, to be honest, is like a real racist state. Like I've seen white people get less time for, you know what I'm saying, certain situations. I'm not just saying it's just white people and black people and Mexican people and stuff like that, but it's a double standard on how they choose to prosecute people in Arizona specifically, and I know it's like that in a lot of states around America. So, and it's something they have to do to like I'm not saying like jail, because people do stuff that, you know what I'm saying, deserve to go to jail. I'm not gonna say that, but how they try to rehabilitate people is not adequate enough. You know what I'm saying? They don't give you the proper resources to prosper when you release from prison or when you release from county jail and stuff like that. So
yeah, I don't personally think a lot of facilities are trying to rehabilitate people. They rather have people come back. That's how they make their money. You know what I mean? But I want to ask you some questions so we can clarify some things that the listeners might need to understand better. So let's backtrack. So the person that was shot, I said we're going to go back a little bit. The person that was shot, did you know them?
Personally, not like that. Like
okay, but you just like knew of the person?
Not like that. Like I don't even think I've seen him around. Like I don't know him or nothing like that. So, that me and him never met each other and stuff like that.
All right. And you said like
this call is originating from the Maricopa County 4th Avenue jail.
So when it came to, you know, the person saying that they said that they believed it was you because they were upset with you, and that was presented in court, like what happened with that?
So when it was presented in court, basically like the prosecutor was like, yeah, well, we have this person, or whatever, saying this, whatever, and my lawyer counters him. Well, my lawyer doesn't bring up the fact, like, right then and there that this person said he made that stuff up, whatever the case is. So, basically, the wheels of justice turn slow in Arizona. So, they basically just brushed it under the rug and was like, all right, well, we're just going to still hold you and you still got to fight your case, you know what I'm saying?
So your lawyer brought it up, and they didn't pay any mind to it. They were just like, well, moving right along. It's like you might as well not have said anything.
Exactly. All we did is expose our ace of spades, basically.
Okay. Dang. So what do you think? Do you still have the same legal representation? Do you feel like your legal representation did all that they could for you as far as trying to... Go ahead.
Well, the legal representation that I have right now, he's real good. Like, he fights for me. Anything I ask him to do, he does. He's real attentive. And he fights for me. It's not that. It's not the legal representation. What it is it's the prosecution and the judges in Arizona. Because Arizona is a prison state. Like, I don't know if, like, your listeners know about that or heard about that. In America, they have something that's called prison states where, like, a lot of these politicians that, you know what I'm saying, people vote for, and city councilmen and, like, prominent citizens in their state have, you know what I'm saying, are, like, partial owners, you know what I'm saying, of these prisons that are, you know what I'm saying, in their state or whatever the case is, and they get paid for that. Like, a lot of them private prisons and stuff, they have, they are, like, publicly traded companies these people all profit off of, you know what I'm saying? So to keep me in county for however long, for these 3 years I've been here, every day costs about like, you know, like $2,000-$3,000 to house me or whatever, and that money trickles to all these people, you know what I'm saying? Like, it fattens their pockets, whatever, and it doesn't go to like schools and stuff like that. Like, they spend more money on jails than they do on education in America, you know what I'm saying? Which is weird. Like, why not try to build your education system to help people become better people instead of, you know what I'm saying, keeping them incarcerated for so long and just fattening your pockets? Arizona's a jail state, so they'll rather you sit in county or prison for however long and just profit off of that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a great debate that many have about how more prisons and jails and things like that are built than actual schools. So there's lots of us that believe that same thing. So let me ask you this. So when it came, you said that the prosecutor, when they talked to T-Mobile, that they get things quickly. Did they request anything in your trial, the prosecution, or are you just saying in
This call is
general?
originating from the Maricopa County 4th Avenue Jail.
Repeat that.
I said, did your prosecutor or did the state request anything in your particular matter, or are you just saying in general?
No, the prosecutor hasn't requested that information. So the only thing the prosecutors requested, like ballistics and stuff like that, whatever the case is, but none of that comes back is connected towards me or whatever per se.
Mm-hmm.
And so we requested the phone, like we had to request the phone location instead of the prosecutor. Usually, the prosecutor is one that usually does that. And like, if you were to go through a lot of people's cases, you know what I'm saying, in Arizona or in any other state, the prosecutor, episode of 48 hours, and I guarantee you that you're going to see them, you know what I'm saying, the state or the police, you know what I'm saying, getting the person's geolocation for their phone or whatever.
Right. Okay, so let me ask
them not doing it in my case says a lot, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Like, what makes your case different that they wouldn't? Is there anything that can be done legally to force T-Mobile to give you this information, or are you trying to go through? Are you trying to get the state to ask first? Like, what happens if the state never asks? What can you do, or what can your lawyer do to obtain that information?
The only thing we could do is so where we are with it right now is my lawyer puts in a motion to the judge. The judge sends an order to T-Mobile, basically like, hey, we're asking you to release this. We're asking you to release this information.
Okay.
It's supposed to, by law, release that information. If not, they could be held in contempt of court. But T-Mobile was a $1 billion corporation, so who's gonna, or you know what I'm saying, have to face the consequences of being in contempt of an Arizona court, you know what I'm saying, which is a municipal matter, you know what I'm saying? So it's like,
that's crazy.
It's like basically saying, oh well, I'm putting the White House in contempt of court, or I'm gonna put Amazon in contempt of court. Jeff Bezos is not gonna go to prison for that stuff. No, he's not gonna go to jail for it because it's a $1 billion trading corporation. You know what I'm saying? So it's basically like throwing an apple at a house. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not gonna
trying to demolish it, right? So where were you, bro? Where were you when this crime was being committed?
Yeah, I was with my big brother chilling, you know what I'm saying? I was with my big bro and my big you know, dad. So it's like, it's just weird that like they, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, like, and it's crazy because witnesses said, or not one of the witnesses, the victim's girlfriend said, which I heard, was wearing a white shirt. But they have a videotape showing the crime happening. Dude was wearing a black long sleeve shirt. And the victim himself said the dude that shot him was wearing no shirt. But like I said, dude was wearing a black long sleeve shirt. So how can you, like...
So there was a video? This video was presented anywhere for the judge to see?
Yeah, but the video is just of a generic black dude, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could point and say it's like any black dude. Like, you don't see his face, you know what I'm saying? All you see is the side of his face and the back of his head. You never see his full face. So it's like, you can't say for a fact this is this person, this is that person, or whatever the case is. Right. So they could pin that on any young black man in America and say, oh, well, we think this is him, you know what I'm saying? It's you know what I'm saying? It's weird, you know what I'm saying? Like, my case is so messed up. It's just like...
So let me ask you this, if you know, how far were you away from this crime when it was happening? Like maybe miles?
I was far. I was in a whole... Well, because how Arizona is... Well, Phoenix in itself... Phoenix covers a lot of ground, but like in Phoenix, you have a whole bunch of different little cities that don't show up on the map, like Ahwatukee, Chandler, Scottsdale. But when you look on the map, it ain't gonna say Scottsdale. It's gonna say Phoenix, whatever. I was in Ahwatukee.
Okay.
Which is far from where the crime happened, or whatever the case is. Like,
this call is originating from the Maricopa County 4th Avenue Jail.
I was maybe 50, 60, 70 miles away type stuff, like far, you know what I'm saying? Like nowhere near this crime when it happened.
Okay. So what's the next steps now? Like what kind of support do you need from the people that could assist you?
Well, right now, what it is we have a legal team. You know what I'm saying? What we're looking for right now is just to get the word out there, let people know like how this system is and it's rigged against you. Because to kind of the zona works is they'll pick a whole jury and you won't have no black people on the jury. It'd be an all white jury and they don't understand where we come from and they automatically look at you as guilty.
Right, depending on how their mind is. Right, for sure.
Exactly how they were. Yeah, like how they were raised, or whatever the case is, or how they grew up. They automatically just you're guilty. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you know what I'm saying? You're guilty. So Arizona is just not the place to go to trial, whatever the case is when it comes to just states. But like what I was getting at is like in Arizona or in a lot of states, you know what I'm saying? Like, what I'm looking for is to get the word out and let people know how it is, you know what I'm saying? And that there are a lot of people fighting cases that are not guilty and are getting railroaded. And a lot of people aren't fortunate enough to have a paid lawyer or whatever the case is, or have that voice behind them to be able to allow people to hear and know you know what I'm saying, the inconsistencies involved in their case or whatever the case is, and people aren't able to fight for them the way, you know what I'm saying. So it's stacked against you in Arizona. Like it's a no-win situation. I've seen so many people just sign pleas that were not guilty, but they're like, bro, like I had to sign because if not, they were gonna give me 20 years. And I've been in prison. I've been in county 3 years. And they haven't even offered me a plea, even though I wouldn't sign a plea because I'm not guilty. But they haven't even offered me a plea, whatever the case is. It's just weird. Like, I don't know, Arizona I just need help getting the word out there, and any type of mental and moral and emotional support I can get from anybody out there would be helpful, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. How can people get in contact with you if they want to reach out?
Well, there's a few ways you can get in contact with me. You can look me up through it's an app called TL app, Getting Out app, or whatever. You download that app, and once you fill out the information, it just all it is you just have to send a picture of your ID, and that's it. And you can add me on the tablet, and I could be able to message you, and you could and you put in my booking number, which is 642-102, and my name Travion White, TRAIVON space, and my last name is White, like the color, WHITE. You can reach me through that. You can reach me through my lawyer, Dave Ehrlichman at Comeback Law, which is, you know what I'm saying, and his number 602-622-0442, and you can reach me through that.
What's the snail mail? Yeah, tell them your social media too, and the snail mail.
All right, my social media is Ben Getting Paper, capital B, lowercase E-N, space, capital G, lowercase E, TTNPAPER, Ben Getting Paper. That's my Facebook. My Snapchat is Travion33, TRAIVON, number 33. You can reach me through Snapchat. I don't have an Instagram at the moment. It's inactive or whatever the case is. And but the easiest way is through the Getting Out app, which is GTO app. It's in all the app stores, whatever. You just download that.
This call is originating from the Maricopa County 4th Avenue Jail.
Put in my information, and you can add me through that, and I could text you, whatever. You could text me. I could FaceTime or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You could be able to stay in contact with me and see where I'm at with my case. But I've been in here 3 years now, and there's some people that's been here 5 years, 7 years. There's one dude, he's been in there 8 years fighting his case in Arizona.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Tell them to reach out, you know what I mean? And see what's going on. Yeah. See what's up with them.
You have a minute remaining.
So just reach out to me. I don't mind. Anybody can reach to me. I don't care. I'm not busy. The only thing I'm doing every day is reading case law for it and finding all the inconsistencies in my case. So if you ever want to reach out to me, I don't mind, man, woman, whatever. If you have questions, I know a little bit about the law. If you have family that's incarcerated, I can do with that situation. I know a little bit about the law also, whatever the case is. Yeah, just reach out to me, you know what I'm saying? Don't be a stranger. And I appreciate Jay Renee and Prison Riot Radio for helping me out and getting the word out. Shout out to Jay Renee, shout out to Prison Riot Radio for their platform and stuff like that, man. I appreciate that. And also, you know what I'm saying, if you want to hear some of my music, I'll be dropping some new music real soon. So we could, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Thank you for using GTL.